Hello YouTube! Back again here with another eBay review on an item that I purchased. This is a 9-piece set. It is an Rj45 Rj11 Cat 5 crimper and a bunch of cable strippers. So we'll go right into it. I have looked into this and I did add some things, but I didn't really mess with it too much. So there's a lot to look at here. It is from Japan, made by MTC Tools. A lot of Japanese writing on the back. But yeah, so here's everything. Little flap there to hang it out. So we'll go ahead and start with the things that I know exactly what they are, and I know what most of all this stuff is. Are these two screwdrivers. These screwdrivers are actually really nice. This is a really soft rubber, nice to grip. I believe that those are magnetic. I believe these are magnetic ends. They are. So that's really convenient. So I like that a lot. Yeah, these are really nice. These are really nice screwdrivers. What to go to next? All right, well, we'll go over here straight to the crimper. Its packaging. Really nice, all metal right here. This is a kind of a cheaper plasticky rubber type thing. Not exactly sure what that is, but it does feel nice. This model does do 6-pin, 8-pin, and 4-pin. So RJ11 or RJ12, RJ11, and RJ45. This device here actually does have a cutter down here. It's got a blade. You can see when you close it, it does cut. And then here it has a place for a rounded and flat cable where you can strip them. We will do a demonstration of that as well as the crimper here. And actually we'll do that right now. So I actually have this cable here that I don't need. It does have an RJ12 cable or a connector on the end. That's what we'll be putting on it. But it has 6 pins in there, so this particular cutter is very simple. Clips right off. And then the stripper on this one, if I can see it, there it is. Just slide it through. Come on. I believe this one's made more for four connectors, but that one does strip. I do like that one a lot. So we'll go over here to this one here. Here is another stripper and cutter. Why do we need one on this device, one here, and then one here? I'm not sure, but that's what came with it. This one should be able to. I'm not going to test the cutter because I can tell that that is going to work. But I can just put this in here like this and. Come on. I know you can do it. One of these days. There we go. There it is. Alright. So we will actually crimp on an RJ12 connector on there. The white goes in the first pin and the blue in the last. I can already tell you that this is going to be too long. Yeah, this one was going to be too long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to size. Probably about right there. That's where it all needs to go. And you can see all the colors are in there, nice and flush. I'm almost certain that it's the white. I do want to make sure that I give the right information though. Yes, it is. The white does go over here. So we'll stick that right in the crimper here. It just goes in like so and crimp it down. And now it does not come off. very nice. I like it a lot. Yeah. All right. On to our next item here. So yeah, like I said, this is that it's got a stripper here for stripping flat cable, and it's got a cutter here, and then it's got a stripper here for rounded wire. This is a punch down tool as well as a little stripper there. This punch down tool is more specifically for your keystone type jacks. You would just you'd run your wire in the back, and then you would push it down just like that. So I like this. I have a few of these that I'll be using. You'll see this in some videos coming up, so I really did need this tool. This tool right here is a punch down tool. This is a punch down tool for a 66 block and some other blocks as well. I don't know exactly which ones off the top of my head, but this one would work for 66 punch down block. Here is another stripper. I haven't quite figured out how this one works in particular. If anyone knows and would like to leave information in the comments, I would greatly appreciate that, because so it comes with a little Allen wrench here to adjust these screws, and it has 3 blades inside. So perhaps this is set up to run your wire through, and it will strip the outer coating off and then the inner coating of the wire off as well. That's all that I can assume that this is for, but I am not sure on that. So if you do know, please feel free to leave a message in the comments. So this is what I've added to. So this device, or this little kit, comes with 10 of these Rj45 Jacks. And it comes with this really nice little holder here, but I purchased 50 because I will use these more of the Rj12, so I went ahead and put these in here. I couldn't fit them all in there, but the majority of them are here. So I like how this is in a little container, and it'll sit in there. And then off to this tester. So if you watched my other videos, then you know that I just purchased a tester. Well, I purchased this, which does the same thing. It does test. This is for testing the connections to make sure that each wire, when it runs from one jack, it runs to the other, one end to the other, and it's making full connection. So this device does come with one. I really like this one a lot. This one also works as a line tracer. But let's take a look at this. It does come with instructions that are all in English, so that's a plus. These do slide apart, but I will say right off the bat, they are extremely cheap feeling. I mean, you just hold it and you just feel the cheapness. It uses a 9-volt battery, so I will go ahead and plug that in. Unlike the other device, so this tester here, this one actually requires batteries in both ends of it, where this one does not have a battery in it. So here is a little cable that came with the other set. So I actually we'll test this cable on this set first, just to see how it works, and then we'll test it on the other one. So you plug one end of your cable there, and the other end here. Sorry about that, guys. Rule number 1 about shooting a video is make sure that you silence your set, and that is something I did not do, but that was an important call. I did have to go take care of something, but back to this now. So we'll go ahead and test this and see, to make sure that all lights light up. So this wire is good. All the connections are perfect. So we'll take that same cable over here and plug this into the Rj45 jack, and this one into the Rj45 jack. This one actually has a Rj12 and an Rj45 on the opposite side. So I plug these in here, and I put it to the on position. Well, okay. So it's going through and lighting up each individual line to show that each one is working. And that is something that I found out that I don't like about this. If you noticed, is that correct? Or is it working now? Okay. Well, when I messed with it earlier, it seemed to work and seemed to skip that last digit there. So that's in the scan position, the S position, and when you put it in the on position, it seems to just scan them faster. So I don't see any problems with this. It seems to work just fine. Let's test the test the Rj12 jacks on this. So we'll test it in this one first. We'll put this in the Rj45 actually, because it just seems to make a little more sense when I use it. So we turn it on to test. You see that it lights up 2 through 7. So where we're using the Rj45 jack, it's just the first pin and the first wire and the 8th wire that aren't being used. So this is showing that that one is just fine. If we use that same cable, and this one here, we'll plug this into the Rj12 jack, and this one here into the Rj12 jack. We turn it on. Well, it is upside down, and I apologize for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, missing 6. On occasion, it seems to skip out on the last digit, and that's what I was trying to figure out on the last. That's what I was trying to figure out on the last one, why it was working all of a sudden. We'll set this over to scan and see what we get there. And see, it's skipping the last digit, and it seems that this particular device does that sometimes for whatever that reason is. I'm not exactly sure, and that is what I don't like about this. So, you know, it's nice that it comes with this. If you really just are looking for something basic, you know, this would work just fine. Well, I don't know. I can't say that it worked just fine just because some of these digits don't show up. So in this instance, the 6th digit is not showing up where I know this cable works just fine. So I will definitely be using this tester over this one. I probably won't even leave batteries in this one just because I doubt that I'll ever use it. But that's that. I skipped it on the quality of some of this stuff a little bit. So this stripper, whatever it is for stripping in particular, this is made of a nice thick plastic. Like, it's not hollow anywhere. It's pretty nice. It's got a heavy-duty spring on it. Like, that is pretty tough to push down. So that puts a lot of tension on the wire there, a lot of pressure. So I do like this one a lot. This is made of a pretty good quality. All these razors on all these devices seem extremely sharp. This little punch tool, it's made of a really cheap plastic. It kind of feels cheap. It does feel a little better than this does, but not by much. That razor is very sharp, as I would anticipate that it would be. It's fully, I mean, this does the job, but it's not the best tool. But it definitely does. It definitely does all right. This punch down tool, if you are buying this to get the punch down tool, you are you're buying the wrong device. I didn't show that it does have these little fold-out tools on the side. It's got a little hook there and a little flat slot, spatula, whatever you want to call it, there. I mean, I think this would do the job. I mean, it does cut, as you can see, but it's very cheap. This plastic feels less than this, and about equivalent, maybe a little less than this. So it's convenient that it comes with this tool. If you're only going to use it once or twice, maybe this would work out. But if you're going to be using this tool a lot, stay away from, well, purchase an additional punch down tool. The crimper I did talk about. This feels great. This is really nice. The spring feels good. It's made of a nice material. It's well built. So I would buy it for this, and I would buy it for these screwdrivers, and I would buy it for the little holder too. So it cost me $20. I would also buy it for both of these. This is made of a different plastic than this one is. But this is like really rugged. I really like that. So I would buy it for these tools. And I'd actually go ahead and buy it for that one because this doesn't need it doesn't need to be too strong. That in the case, make it a really nice device. I paid $28 for this. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice for the $29. I'll include a link in the bottom if you're interested in purchasing this device. But if you are interested in it just for these two devices here, don't buy them. If you're going to get this, buy this one instead. And a punch down tool, they aren't cheap tools, unfortunately, but if you're going to be using it, don't just don't spare any expense. But yeah, so that's my review on the device. Really actually would recommend it for these tools here. So that's it. I'll see you next time.